First, I think it's pretty clear that Circle is like the Wall Street / Washington / banking dynasty goblin approved CBDC company that the US is going to use to dollarize the financial system. Because if the government came out with that themselves, then everyone would oppose it. But when Circle does it, it's like fun and interesting. So the government like passes the job onto the private sector. So I literally believe that they're just going to have, Circle's going to have this invisible hand behind them that makes sure everything they do works out. Kind of speculative, but I believe that. Secondly, Circle's a big, well-connected company. It's not like this is some anonymous group of ragtag developers. It's a public US company backed by BlackRock, ICE, the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange, Standard Chartered. I think it's reasonable to assume that all these guys did their due diligence and they have a great chance at not fumbling the bag here. Third, the ARK token sounds kind of good to me. I mean, the bar is very low, obviously, but I think it's been generally decided by the markets and everyone now that in order for a token to not be useless and trend to zero like all the rest, it has to be able to, like you said, capture some kind of underlying economic activity, the same way that an equity does. The classic example is Uniswap. Uniswap is arguably the best innovation in DeFi ever, the AMM. It was like massive success, trillions of dollars in volume, and yet Uni is a pretty stupid and useless token. It just doesn't capture any of that value, and you can make the same arguments for maybe Chainlink or Aave and others. Doesn't mean they can't be useful in the future, but after many years, they're useless. But Circle, I think, has at least thought about this a little. So like holders and stakers and institutions that integrate into their stack, and it's a big stack. They all get various like discounts and benefits for holding ARK. There's a burn function which converts the USDC fees into ARK and then burns it. And the white paper explicitly says that, where is it? Quote, the objective is inflation neutrality, a state where burn from network activity fully offsets new issuance. So I think they're at least trying to make the token not useless, which already gives them a head start on most other tokens. They're probably going to have a lot of revenue. Go ahead.
Hey, can I just interrupt you?
Yeah.
You're getting me, this sounds pretty good, but I wonder, and like I get that, there's many projects have made mistakes before them. You would think that Circle has learned from this and they've designed this ecosystem to actually have the value accrue to the token. Why not? Why didn't Tempo do this? For example, Stripe and Paradigm's chain. They raised something like $500 million at a $5 billion valuation in October, but they didn't need a token at all. Like what's the? It just seems like what's the point of having a token? Does it actually help the network?
Well, to a certain extent, I guess no one needs a token. It is, to an extent, a money grab or a way to finance themselves. But I don't know if Stripe has the moat and the stack that Circle does. Like Stripe doesn't have the biggest US regulated stablecoin in the world. So I think Circle has the foundation to actually make this work. Whereas, yeah, like Base didn't create their own token either, but and maybe they could actually in the future, but they just don't. They don't have the foundation and the stack and the moat and the integration of everything to actually make it work. If anyone is going to do it, I feel like it's got to be Circle, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just trying to justify the money grab. I don't know. But to me, it actually makes sense for them to launch a token.
All right. Well, any other points in why you're cautiously bullish?
Yeah, well,
speech.
Okay, so the other things is, so the testnet is not a ghost town. It was reported that the ARK testnet, which came out in October, it processed over 244 million transactions with basically perfect uptime. I think that USDC as gas is an interesting design choice, and that's going to be big for institutions because everyone wants to think in terms of dollars. I also just think that 3 billion FTV at launch sounds pretty good. Like that would put it well below Avalanche and Shiba Inu. Like in 2021, Cardano went to 90 something billion with virtually nothing happening on it. So yeah, to me, it sounds pretty good. Now you could argue that the fact that Circle is already public at I think it's $30 billion market cap, that could dilute it a little bit. So I would say like ARK is sort of a call option on Circle's blockchain becoming useful and having lots of activity on it in the future.
What if you got pages for exploring crypto? Read news, check prices, discover new projects, and stack rewards along the way. Over $1 million in rewards paid out so far, and we're just getting started. Download the Bitcoin.com wallet today. The wallet that pays you.